Hi everybody, welcome to week 1 of your spring reset. You're doing amazing. This is the last class of the first week. I really hope that you're feeling great, that you're coming back to yourself, that you're giving yourself the space and the opportunity to just remember that you matter so much, that you are the most important person in your life. I know that sounds maybe a little self-centered, but honestly, it's true. You're the most important person in your life, and you should be the most important person in your life. So I hope that's coming back to you. Today's class, inner and outer thighs. I love working lower body. I'm so excited for this one. You don't need any equipment. We're gonna jump right in. Take your feet wide, find an external rotation. So you're turned out here, this nice wide turned out horse position. Sink low. Take your hands to your inner thighs. Oh, and just take a moment here. You can rock the hips side to side. And then when you feel ready, take a big inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, I want you to twist. Left shoulder reaches toward right knee. Inhale your way back to center. And reverse twist. Right shoulder toward left knee. Do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale. Exhale, twist. Now inhale back to center. If you're able, go ahead and stack your shoulders up over your hips. If you don't quite have that hip flexibility, you can lean forward a little bit, that's okay. Squeeze your elbows in and take it, reach, squeeze, reach, squeeze. So just getting a little bit of heat building here, getting the heart rate up just a little bit. And then starting to open the inner thighs. Starting to get some work into the outer glutes and the outer thighs. Go for 3, 2, you're gonna hold this one low. Hands can go wherever it feels comfortable for you. Now I want you to stay really low here and just focus on pulling your heels in. Go squeeze hold. Go squeeze hold. So I'm not gonna be able to see you doing anything. Of course I'm not, I can't see you. But no one will be able to see you doing anything. But what I want you to feel as you squeeze your heels in towards each other is that you really fire up through the outer thighs and the outer glutes. Inner thighs are pressing open. Yes. Now I want you to hold that squeeze in. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lift your left heel and then quarter turn to your right. Sweep the left arm up. And as you exhale, take a big side stretch, reaching towards the right side wall. Soften your left shoulder. Press your left hip forward and open up the whole left side of the body. Inhale. As you exhale, sweep that left arm down to the floor, plant it, and extend the right arm up for a nice easy twist. If you want to drop that back left knee, you're more than welcome to do that. Open the chest as you inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down to the inside of your left foot. Excuse me, your right foot, quarter turn, and find yourself in a surfer's lunge or a skandasana. From here, you're welcome to keep your hands down for a little bit of support. If you want to open the chest up to the ceiling, get a little deeper stretch to the inner thighs, you can do that. Inhale. Exhale. The left hand comes down. Gently crawl your way back to the center. Find that wide turned out position. Lift your shoulders up over your hips. One more time. Yes. Arms can extend as you take a little drop, a little down, a little down. So the warm up is also including some work for our thighs, yeah? We're gonna jump right in here. If you want to take the arms out of it, that's totally fine. If you want to up level this, you could totally grab weights. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. Hold it low. Just press the thigh bones back. Little press back holds. Little press back hold. So inner thighs are opening up towards the ceiling. And you're feeling the back side of your thighs pressing back towards the wall behind you. Yes. 4 more, go 4. 3, 2, hold that press back. Inhale, lift your right heel. As you exhale, quarter turn to the left. Sweep the right arm up. On your exhale, stretch that right arm up and over towards the left. The right hip presses forward, and you feel that big stretch all the way down the front side of your right body. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to the mat on the inside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling, nice twist. Of course, that back knee can drop for a little bit more support here. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Quarter turn. And find your surfer's lunge. Now your heel might be lifted on your left foot. That's totally fine. If you need to keep your hands down for support, do that. If you want to open the chest on an inhale, feel free to do that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right hand down. One more time. Crawl your way back. It's that wide turn up position. Set yourself up. And then stack your shoulders over your hips. One more time. Go a little drop, a little drop, a little drop. So I'm guessing you have a little bit more heat now into your inner thighs. Maybe a little more flexibility in your hips. So see if now you're able to stack your shoulders back over the hips. Ribs are hugging in. And you're nice and soft through the face and through the shoulders. Yes. Take it down for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. Hold it low. Right heel lift. Left heel lift. Yes. Right heel. And left heel. As you lift the heel, press the ankle forward and press the thigh bone back. So you're not letting the knees roll in. You're continuing to maintain the alignment and the fire building for your inner thighs. Go 4. Go 3. You got this. Yes, 2 more. Up and left. Last one goes right. Now I want you to lift both heels and hold it. If you need more support, you can absolutely take a hand to a chair or a wall. Heart lifts up. Ankle bones press forward and thigh bones press back. You're here for 4. Hips lower, 3. You're here for 2. Heels down, stand it up. Keep this external rotation. Just squeeze your heels together, finding a narrow V shape. If balance is an issue for you, grab up a chair, absolutely. Now from this narrow V position, I want you to extend your right leg out in front of you and feel your inner thigh squeeze. From here, using the strength of the inner thigh, you're gonna lift that right leg up, tap it down. Go lift and tap. Go lift and tap. Keep going. I'm just gonna turn into profile. So as you take this movement, you're gonna stay really strong through your supporting left side. So be sure you're not locking out to the left knee, but you are squeezing the outer part of the left glute so that hips aren't jutting out to the left. Yes. This right leg is as straight and as strong as you can get it. You're here for 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold just about, a few inches off the ground. From here, just take it, little lift, little squeeze, little squeeze. Inner thighs are rotating up towards the ceiling. Yes. Squeeze the right quadricep to really elongate the right leg as straight as you can. Using that strength and that length, the muscles are going to start to build in a way that really supports the health of your right knee joint. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Take a tiny bend in that right knee and then squeeze the quadriceps, squeeze the inner thigh, and stretch it as straight as you can. Let's go. Bend, stretch, bend, reach, bend, stretch, bend, reach. Little bend, little reach, little reach, little reach. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold the extension. Inhale. Exhale, lift it maybe 1 inch higher. You're almost there. Go 4, 3, 2. Lower that right leg. Extend the left leg out in front of you. Push through the right heel and squeeze the outer right glute. Left leg goes lift and lower. Goes up and down. It's squeeze and lower. So again, here you're strong through the right side body. Notice if you're locking on that right knee, just take a little softness to it. It doesn't need to be bent, just soft. Yeah. Squeeze the outer right glute so that you keep yourself nice and lifted out of the right side body, not jutting your right hip out to the right. Left leg is as straight as you can get it. So you're squeezing the left thigh. You're squeezing the inseam of the left leg. You're here for 4, 3, 2. You're gonna hold that lift. Small range, go a little up, little up, little up. So you'll notice my leg is not very high off the ground. I actually honestly think it's more successful. If I start to lift my leg to 90, I'm gonna get into my hip flexors pretty deeply here. And really what I wanna be working is my quadriceps, particularly my left inner thigh here. If you wanna lift it up, do it. Again, check in with you. Where do you feel most successful? Now, where do you think you should be, right? Key difference. But where do you actually feel successful? Where are you actually feeling the work the way you want to feel it? Hold that lift. Take a little bend in the left knee. Squeeze to reach. Let's go, bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. Re-engage through the right side body. Really squeezing that outer right glute. You go, bend, reach. Bend, reach. The left quadricep is engaging with every extension. Go. 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that extension. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe you challenge yourself to lift your leg just a little higher. More importantly, squeeze the leg, get it straighter. Yes, you're back to that V shape in 4, 3, 2. Heels come back together. You're back to that V shape. Doesn't need to be too wide here. I want you to squeeze your heels. I want you to lift them just slightly and then send your knees forward into a diamond shape. So if you glance down, your knees are going to be stacked over your second and third toe. This does not have to be a full-fledged ballet position, okay? It's really much more narrow than that. Squeeze your heels together, hold. Go a little squeeze, hold. Go a little squeeze, hold, yes. Squeeze it, hold. As you squeeze your heels together, I'm hoping you feel a little more heat start to build in the outer thighs, absolutely into the inner glutes as well. I also find that when I squeeze my heels, I do fire up the inner thighs. Now my inner thighs are already pretty fired up here from that series we just did. But so I'm feeling them start to kind of twitch and shake already. You have 4 more, go 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to hold that squeeze, take it slow, big breath in. On your exhale, you're gonna lower, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to come up halfway, stop right there, breathe. Exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4. Come up, stop, breathe. Keep going, go down, 2, 3. Heels are squeezing together. Now stop before you want to. Again, if balance is an issue for you, if you're just off today, spin around, grab a wall. Great. You're still gonna absolutely be working your thighs really deeply here, I promise. Take a lift, hold, 2 more like that. Go down, 2, 3. Lift up halfway, squeeze. Last one goes down, 2, 3. Could you hold it right there? Squeeze the heels, press the thigh bones, a little back, a little press, a little squeeze. Much like what we did in that opening wide turned out position where both thighs were pressing back. But I want you to really actively squeeze your heels together. Yes, squeeze them in. And from there, butterfly the legs back, little back, little back. So now with the squeeze of the heels, you get more heat for the inner thighs. And with the press back, you get that heat for the outer thighs, yes. And go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. Here's your hold. Squeeze your heels. Press the thighs back. Take a big breath in. Use your exhale to get to your lowest point. Forward fold is on deck. 4, 3. Could you get a little lower? 2. Heels down. Rotate the legs to parallel. And forward fold. Up and over. Whew, the legs. Now this is a fantastic opportunity to check in with yourself. Come back to yourself, reset to yourself. Shake your head yes or no. Do whatever calls to you right now. Even if it's weird, even if it has nothing to do with your inner and outer thighs, right? One more time, big breath in, big breath out. You're gonna bring yourself down into a squat and lower yourself onto your left hip. Left forearm is going to come down to the mat as a support here And then the left leg is gonna extend out. So my hips are back towards the back edge of the mat, and my left leg is extended towards the front corner of the mat. You wanna roll back slightly, so you're more on the left cheek than the left hip for this series. And at any point, if your shoulder fatigues, go ahead and lay down. Big inhale. As you exhale, first squeeze that left inner thigh, the left quadricep, and elongate the left leg. From there, you know where we're going. Lift, lower, lift, lower, yes. Not similar from the standing variation, right? I promised you inner and outer thighs, you're gonna get inner and outer thighs. Now as you lift it up, notice if you start to bend this left knee, really squeeze the left quadricep and extend energy out through the left toes. You're here for 4, 3, 2, I want you to hold that lift. Now you can stay right here where you are. Notice I'm slouching into my left shoulder here. I totally just noticed that. Press down with your left forearm so you're not slouching like I just was. Again, you can stay right here. If you want a little more, your right leg's gonna come out and your heels are gonna squeeze together. Go, little squeeze, little squeeze. If you just have your left leg, you're just gonna take those little lifts up. Yes, imagining you're tapping your left heel to your right heel. Again, if this is too much on your left shoulder, go ahead and lay down here. Go 8, 7, 6, you're here for 4, 3, I want you to hold that squeeze, breathe, inhale. Exhale, 4, left leg lifts 3, you're here for 2, fold the heels into the seat, find your clam position. Heels are in line with the sits bones, knees are bent. Left forearm and left elbow are stacked into the left shoulder. Again, press down with that left forearm. Squeeze your heels together first. And from there, feel the opening of your right thigh. So my top right hip is not gonna roll open here, just my right thigh bone is gonna rotate open. Squeeze the heels and close it in. Now, we will notice we were just working the left leg. We're gonna continue working that left leg. So as you clamshell the right leg open, I want you to lift your hips up and I want you to press them forward. As you squeeze the right leg down, you're gonna lower your hips, letting them hinge back to be in line with your elbow and your heels. Yes, it's inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, tap and lower. Inhale, squeeze, lift. Exhale, tap, lower. Yes, now as you lift and kind of press your hips forward, squeeze the outer left glute and the outer left thigh. Yes, go squeeze and lift. Lower it down. Go squeeze and lift. Beautiful. And lower it down. You have 3 and lower. You have 2 and lower. Now I want you to hold this one on the up. Squeeze your heels together and take a little butterfly lift with this right leg. Go a little press, little press, a little press, a little press. Bottom left glute is squeezing. Absolutely, you're working your glutes here. But also, could you bring a little more focus to your left outer thigh? Go a little up and really squeeze through the whole left line of the leg. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. You're gonna hold that press open, take a big inhale. Exhale, lift that left hip 1 inch higher and feel that big fire build. Go 4, 3, 2, tap your seat. If you need a counter stretch, take it. Left arm, big stretch, up and over, inhale. Exhale, sweep your legs around. Hips are towards the back edge of the mat. Right leg now extends the front corner of your mat. Press down to the right forearm. Right elbow's under your shoulder. Yes. Now I want you to roll your hips back slightly. So a different position than you're gonna be in for clam, right? More on the cheek here than the hip. Left foot is just anchoring down for you wherever it feels most successful. Start by squeezing right inner thigh. Squeeze. Yes. Feel that deep engagement for the whole right thigh. And then from there, I lift the right leg up and down. Go lift and lower. Now, if this feels uncomfortable on your right hip, you probably want to roll back a little bit more onto the cheek. Give yourself a little more freedom of movement, right? Now, again, I'm noticing I'm slouching a little bit in this position. So I really want to think about actively pressing down with my right forearm. Even though this is an inner and outer thigh class, you can't isolate the body like that, right? We're one big moving piece, and you want to work it all in the safest, healthiest, most productive way possible, right? If this is too much on your right shoulder, go ahead and lay down. You have 4 more. Go 4, 3, 2. You're gonna hold that lift. You can stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you can extend your left leg out and squeeze your heels to tap. Go, little tap, little tap, little squeeze, little squeeze. Both legs here are working pretty deeply. Squeeze the quadriceps, squeeze the inner thighs in. Yes. And use that squeeze on the inner thigh to draw your pelvic floor up towards your belly button. Beautiful. 8 more, go. 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. I want you to hold that squeeze. Big breath in. Right leg lifts higher. 4, 3, 2. Bend the knees, stack the hips, and draw the heels back so they're in line with the sits bones, coming into your clam shape. So right elbow lines up with the right hip, lines up with heels. Take a big inhale here, and on your exhale, squeeze your heels together and butterfly this left thigh bone open. Pause for a sec. Really squeeze the heels here. Be sure that this left hip is not falling back. It's continuing to stack right over the right. Yes. And then squeeze the inner thighs together. Now as you butterfly open, or clam open this left leg, press your hips forward as you come up. Squeeze the bottom right glute and that bottom right outer thigh. Squeeze and lift. And then lower everything down. Ready? Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, press it forward. Exhale, hinge it back. Press and lift. Hinge it back. So as you really press your hips forward, you're gonna find a little bit more work into the glutes and the thighs rather than into the obliques. 100% work in the obliques. That's what's stabilizing you. But it gives you a little bit more lower body, yes. Squeeze and lift. Lower down, you have 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Go 2. And down. Now I want you to hold this one up. I want you to squeeze your heels together and let the left thigh bone press a little back, little back, little back. So 100% you're working left glute, left outer thigh. But bring your focus to the supporting side for a sec. Squeeze that bottom right glute and lift your hips a little higher. Now can you think about actively squeezing the outer part of your right thigh? Yes. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Lay back on your back. Soles of the feet are going to come together. You'll let the knees butterfly open here. Now from here, take a big breath in. As you exhale, I want you to soften your ribs, squeeze your glutes, and lift your seat. As you lift your seat, you're going to squeeze your inner thighs into tap. Then you lower your seat down, let your legs butterfly open. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, squeeze. And inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower. Now, if this feels kind of funky on your ankles, you can welcome to change the position that your feet are in. What I want you to find is that you're really working both inner thighs as you lift and squeeze, and outer thighs as you resist lowering it down. Yes. Lift and squeeze. Slowly lower. Lift and squeeze. This is your final exercise. You have 2 more variations, but you'll be on your back. That's good news, right? 2 more. Go lift and squeeze. Lower it down. Last one, lift and squeeze. Now I want you to lift the hips up. I want you to squeeze the inner thighs together and now plant your feet into the mat so they're flat. So feet are planted and you're drawing the knees into each other. Go, squeeze, hold. Squeeze, hold. Squeeze, hold. Take a minute. Come back to those long, even breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Now use that exhale as you continue to squeeze your knees in to find where you can soften. Could you soften your face? Could you soften your shoulders? Could you soften your ribs? Yes. 4 more, go 4. 3, 2, you're gonna hold the knees squeezing in and just let the seat go. Little lift, little lift, little lift. So less focus here on the lift of the seat and more focus on the inner thighs squeezing in towards each other. So really draw the knees together here. And you're gonna feel a lot of fire through the whole inseam of the legs. Go, 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. Hold that lift. 1 good squeeze of the knees. Finishes off your inner thighs. Squeeze. Yes. Now keep the hips lifted, but toe heel walk your feet out. So your heels come to the outer edges of your mat, and your toes turn off to the outer edges, to off the mat, excuse me. So my legs are externally rotated, not a ton, like 11 and 1, maybe 10 and 2 on a clock. I'm gonna press my inner thighs open. I'm gonna squeeze my heels back towards my sits bones, and then I'm gonna start to press my thighs, little out, little out, little out, little out. So both thighs are pressing open here. Rib cage is softening down. Yes, so absolutely hamstrings and glutes are working, but could you bring a little more focus to the quadriceps? Go little out, a little out, a little out. 16 presses, go, 16, 15. You're almost there. You have a hold, and then a stretch. Ready, 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. I want you to hold the press out on the inner thighs. Take a big breath in. Exhale, soften the ribs, squeeze the glutes, and lift the seat a little higher. More importantly, press the thighs out even deeper, and really feel that big burn on the outer part of the thighs. Maybe close your eyes. What do you need right now to finish this class strong? Find that and breathe for 4, 3, 2. Drop your seat down, hug your knees in, ooh, and rock from side to side. Awesome, awesome work. When you feel ready, take your hands to the tops of your knees and then gently trace circles with your knees, letting your hips release, letting your quadriceps release. Does not matter which direction you go because we're going to switch directions right now. Go ahead and switch your circle, go the other way. And try to just let this be soft. You can let your hips rock so you get a little massage for the low back. One more time. Take an inhale. On your exhale, extend your legs out long and roll over onto your belly. Coming into a Sphinx pose. So elbows come underneath the shoulders. Press the palms down and lift the heart, drawing it forward. If for any reason this is uncomfortable for you, all fours is a fantastic variation instead. Take a big breath in here. Take a big exhale. Now you can stay lifted, or if you want a little more softness in your stretch, go ahead and lower your forehead down to the mat. Take your right hand over to a 45-degree angle to give yourself a little base. Scoot that left arm back behind you, curling your left heel to your seat, and catch the foot with the hand. Drawing your heel in towards your seat. And again, if you want this to be a little softer, just go ahead and lay your forehead down. If you prefer to be a little more active, you can stay upright in more of a Sphinx position. Press the pubic bone down. And don't worry about how close your heel is to your seat. Just think about what this feels like. Does this feel like a good stretch for you, or do you need to take a variation or a modification? Do it. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Release that left foot. Left forearm comes into that 45-degree angle. Right heel bends to the seat. Right arm swoops back to catch the right foot. It's also a nice little opening for the chest as well. Again, pubic bone is going to press down as your heart draws forward. And then you pull your right heel as much or as little in towards your seat as it feels good. If you'd rather stand or do this on all fours, that's also a great option. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Gently release the foot. Press yourself up onto all fours. And then walk yourself back onto your seats. Soles of the feet come together. Inhale, lift the heart, find length. And as you exhale, fold forward over the legs. You can use the elbows to press the inner thighs open if that feels better for you. Soften the shoulders, take a big breath in. And then exhale, if you want to round the spine, do it. Tucking the chin to the chest, letting the head be heavy, letting the neck release. If you prefer to stay with a long spine, then do that. Again, these moments to check in with yourself, and it doesn't have to be the same answer on any given day, right? Check in with you today. Where are you today? 2 more big breaths in this position. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Gently roll yourself back up to a seat. Awesome work. That is the last class for week 1 of your spring reset. I hope you feel amazing, and I am so excited to jump into week 2 with you on Monday. You'll be looking at a full body bar. I am so excited. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon.